What is up, lads? Welcome to another video, and today I'll be learning you a little bit. Learning you good. This video was inspired by one of my friends. He had some questions about some kind of tips for fat loss. He's kind of been a little bit heavier set his whole life. Had me ask my Instagram followers. Instagram is The Reamer. You'll see it on the screen. Follow me for the next question and answer session. I guess this isn't a Q&A, though. This is more of an informative video, but that's neither here nor there. First question: can I lose 20 pounds in about a week? Let me preface this by saying no in a healthy way, and two, what I'm about to say you probably won't see results. Really the only people who should do this is if you have like a weight limit for like maybe wrestling or weightlifting or maybe even bodybuilding or something like that. You could lose a substantial amount of weight. You could probably lose about anywhere from, I'd say probably about 10 pounds for most people in a week. However, it's gonna be water weight if you do like a water cut, but it's like worthless because you'll look the exact same basically. Unless you're like a very low in body fat, you'll see a difference, but like for most people, in my opinion, you probably won't see like a sizable difference in the way you look, and I'm assuming that's why most people want to lose weight. So no, probably not 20 pounds. You probably lose a pretty substantial amount though, but you won't look probably any different. Can you drink and lose weight? Asking for a friend. Yes. I will say if you're trying to maximize muscle gains, it's not obviously optimal, but most people in life don't run their life optimally. It's kind of how they want to run their life. But yes, you can definitely drink and lose weight. Just track your calories. So for most people, you want to keep your protein the same on days you're going to drink, and then have your carbs and fat, excuse me, a little bit less, and then use the alcohol calories as carbs and or fat. Next question. What foods should you avoid when trying to cut? None. Let me explain. You really shouldn't avoid foods. Like if there's like you want a cookie, eat a damn cookie. Like it's not a big deal. Try to avoid calorie dense foods. So you know, some ones that are spring to mind. You know, like just everything that's like you probably think is unhealthy is probably calorically dense. So you don't really want to use those foods just because like you won't be really full eating, like they won't make you feel full, whereas a low calorie dense food like spinach or any fruit, vegetable, really, potato, those will make you feel much more full, and so it'll make cutting and losing weight much easier. But you really shouldn't like just cut stuff out completely. Like if you want a cookie, eat a cookie. Like I eat cookies. I dessert. I try not to do it as much during the week and just like have a little bit on the weekends, but you know, gotta live a little bit. Should I only be doing cardio in the gym? No, I hate doing cardio in the gym. I seldom do cardio in the gym. I shouldn't say seldom. In the winter I do because it's cold AF outside, but in the fall I was doing exclusively cardio outside of the gym. Let me provide a situation for you. Since calories are a unit of energy, you're at the gym, you run 2 miles, you don't want to run anymore, you press stop. Okay. You are at home, you run 2 miles from your house. Are you gonna call an Uber? You're at least walking back, which is still similar calories burned. Maybe not the same, but they're similar, same ballpark. Just because it's a unit of, or it's just how much distance you've covered, how much work you've put in. You still put in work 2 miles. It's slightly different because of pacing, but you still did your 4 miles, you know? So I like to keep myself accountable. 2, it's more enjoyable. 3, outside. 3, you're outside, you get to see nature, all that. 4, if you get low enough, you can kind of run with your shirt off. It's kind of frowned upon to do that as a guy at the gym. Do more reps or more weight help cutting? Don't worry about that. It's irrelevant. Like everybody thinks like, oh, if I do like more reps, it'll burn more calories. Weightlifting is not really what it's not going to burn a crap ton of calories. Cardio burns so many more calories than weightlifting. It's unreal. How much cardio is too much cardio? I would say it's a big picture problem. So if you really want to be in a slight deficit, 500 calories is about as extreme as you want to get, unless you're morbidly obese, where you're like, hey, I could get a heart attack tomorrow because I'm just so huge. You might want to be more aggressive because, you know, death isn't cool. But I would say that cardio is really just like a tool to be used for calorie deficit. Like, it's a lot easier to be at 2,500. Like, say you want to be at 2,000 calories, it's a lot easier to be at 2,500 calories eating and 500 calories of cardio than just eating 2,000 calories. Like, you could eat 500 more calories of food. It's way easier to hit like the amount of protein you need and everything. You don't have to eat as clean. You can have more fluidity. You have more leniency in your lifestyle. Okay, best form of cardio. Whatever one you enjoy. So if you like running, run. If you like biking, bike. Swimming, swim. As far as like HIIT versus LIST, which is high interval intensity training versus low intensity steady state cardio, which would be like walking. HIIT be like sprinting, and then like chill, sprint, chill, sprint, chill. Whereas like low intensity would be like walk. HIIT is like harder to recover from, especially if you are a bigger fella or lass. Then HIIT can be a little bit hard just because you're moving around a little bit more weight. It's harder on your joints. So if you're pretty big, I would start with walking and then, you know, build into, or biking, which is like also, you know, not very hard on your joints, or elliptical or something like that. And then maybe build into more HIIT style training if you choose to do so. But you can just keep walking if you want. But just like everything in life, progressively overload, get a little bit better. So if you're walking for 30 minutes, try not to, like 30 minutes, pick up the pace, maybe move to a slight jog for a little bit, maybe increase the incline, something like that. What healthy foods should we avoid? So obviously like, there's healthy foods, and I hate when people say, oh, don't you foods as healthy and unhealthy. Like, oh really, you're telling me a Twinkie and an apple? Oh yeah, like they're one's not healthier than the other. But it's beside the point. What healthy foods should you avoid? I would say things that people think may be healthy that aren't, or peanut butter, so many calories. It's not like they're unhealthy, but you'd be surprised at like how many calories are in them. But I guess I just don't like avoiding foods in general. If I like them, I'll eat them. Like, I might modify them, you know, like say they want a chocolate bar, I have a chocolate protein bar instead. It's like similar, but you know, it's not, like, I still enjoy it thoroughly. Today I've had 2 protein bars, I think, maybe even 3. So, you know, they're very, it's whatever you enjoy, but just some foods may, like, you know, surprise you how many calories are in them. But I think the biggest one would be probably peanut butter. At least for me, I didn't realize how many calories were in it. Snacks to eat / avoid. See previous. Granola and trail mix. Those are things you think are healthy, and I mean, like, yeah, I guess they're healthy or whatever, but like they're a lot more calories than you think, especially like for back to what I was saying earlier about low calorie dense foods or high calorie dense foods. That's a high calorie dense food. Like, you will not get full off of like 150 calories of granola, I bet. As a protein shake, meal replacement, if you need to be like, I don't know, I like to view things on a very macro. I think people can major in minors. Yes, you can have a protein shake as a meal replacement, like a smoothie or something like that. I would say, like, if you're only having protein, you probably want to have some carbs in there. If you're like using it to replace a full meal, like a 500, 600 calorie meal, you probably don't want to just put like 120 calories in your protein shake. Maybe, like, you know, have it with a banana and then have like some other stuff in there, maybe some yogurt or I don't know, whatever these kids put in protein shakes today. All I do is like straight protein if I ever have one, and like I'll use that as a protein source, but I'll eat like Cheerios with it or something, or like a banana or, you know, something else with it. Good / bad protein. I mean, there's more optimal protein, but I think for most people, when you get into this, you're majoring in minors, like I said, which means like you're just basically, you're caring about stuff that there's other things you should be worrying about before you get to this point. I might make a video on this because it's pretty interesting. I'll also link, or I'll mention Vitruvian's Physique. He does a video on this, which is really cool, and he also breaks down by price, which is really sick in my opinion, because you can see, oh, this is the best protein source versus like per dollar. Here's ahead the best one for the price and like absorbability, or like whatever you want to call it. Protein quality. Out of the protein quality is protein powder. How much sleep should I get a night? 7 to 9. I notice a big difference in my life when I don't get even 7.5. So 7.5 is like what I try to get every night, because I can definitely notice a performance in work, life, gym especially, if I don't get my 7.5 at least. How does working out affect your calories? I.e., you're supposed to eat 2,000 calories a day, but if you work out, do you eat more? First off, I'll just say consistency is the biggest thing. So there's some things where it just kind of takes time to see how your body reacts to certain things. That being said, if you're trying to lose weight, and like I said earlier, you're already at your 500 calorie deficit, and you know, burn another 300 calories and you're at 800 calorie deficit. It's not that big of a deal if you're at 800 calories deficit for one day, but you know, you also could eat more food. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but I would make a habit of being like a dramatic, like this person exemplified 2,000 calories, and for most males, I would say that's probably low in the spectrum, especially like if you're working out and stuff. That's a very low caloric intake. So you really need to probably up that caloric intake. To answer your question, it depends on if you're trying to cut, if you're trying to bulk, how many calories you burn. Like, if you just went and weightlifted, you probably don't need to adjust your calories, because like you probably just didn't burn that much, if I'm being blatantly honest. If you went and ran 7 miles, you need to eat a lot more calories if you want to be at maintenance versus losing weight. But at the end of the day, it's really just about being in a calorie deficit will make you lose weight. So being in a calorie deficit will make you lose weight, whether that's through strictly eating less, strictly working out more, combination, whatever it may be. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and let me know if you liked this style of video where I'm just going on a tangent, answering your questions. Once again, this was inspired by one of my friends who had quite a few questions for me, and I just wanted to make it, rather than just helping one person, maybe I'd help 2 or 3 more with making this video. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.